and welcome to yoga. My name is Shona. I'm a yoga teacher here in Glasgow. This class is for all levels, particularly beginners, so don't worry if you've never done yoga before. Yoga is for absolutely everyone. Everyone can get a benefit from yoga in their lives, and you don't need any equipment, don't even need a mat, just you, 20 minutes and some space. That's all. We'll start in a comfortable seated position. So you can sit in a chair, you can sit in a cushion, you can sit on the floor cross-legged, or you can have your legs out in front of you. And we'll just have our hands resting on our knees, and we'll roll our shoulders back a couple of times. Take a big deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouth. Let the shoulders fall down. Close your eyes over. So we always start our yoga practice with a couple of minutes just being still and focusing on our breath. You might have heard of meditation. Meditation is nothing fancy, it's just being still, being present in the moment, focusing on your breathing, giving yourself time to just be present in the moment. So focus on our breath coming in and out of our nose. And sending the breath all the way down into your tummy. So you can check that the breath is going into your tummy by placing your hand there and feeling that your tummy gets bigger and smaller as you breathe. So we'll do 3 breaths together. Breathing in, sighing out through your mouth, and again breathing in, sighing out through your mouth. One more time. We'll bring our hands back to our knees and open our eyes. And just notice how you feel. Maybe you feel a bit differently after taking the moment just to breathe and be still. Maybe you feel a bit more calm, a bit more grounded, and ready for some yoga practice. So, we're just going to stretch off our neck first. So keeping my shoulders back and down, I'm just going to gently, gently, gently lean my ear over to my shoulder. So not forcing it, our neck is very delicate. So just letting the head literally just hang heavy in one direction, and you'll feel a stretch down the side here. Keeping your breathing nice and calm. Breathe in, and then as we breathe out, we'll gently bring our head back to the middle. We'll do the same on the other side. So keeping the shoulders down, just dropping our ear to the other shoulder. And we always carry a lot of tension in our neck and in our shoulders. So you'll probably feel a really, really good stretch just making this little simple movement. And bring it back to the middle. So we'll reach our right hand out to the side, just walking those fingertips out to the side. And we'll take our other hand and reach up and over. So take your time with this one. Keep the shoulders down and away from your ears. You can even bend this bottom arm slightly. And we're feeling that stretch all the way down the side of the body, down this side. Keep both hip bones pushed down into the ground. Reach a little bit further and sweep that hand down. We'll do the same on the other side, so walking the fingertips away from us, reaching wide, up, 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 reaching far away from us, maybe bending slightly, keeping the shoulders back and down. Reach a little bit further and sweep it down. Well done. Make any movements of your shoulder and your neck that you want to make. And we'll come onto our hands and knees. So here we are. We'll just check that our shoulders are stacked directly above the above the wrists, and the hips stacked directly above the knees. And we're going to start with a really lovely exercise called cat-cow. So this is really, really good. See if you ever get a tummy cramp, this is going to be a really good exercise for you to do. So drop your chest down and your tummy down. As you do, lift your eyes and your hips towards the ceiling. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, push your hips down, your head down, lift your belly button, your chest away from the floor. So we're looking like an angry cat. Inhale, lift our eyes, lift our hips. Exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. And make any other movements that you want of your spine. Maybe you want to bring your shoulder and hip together and sway from side to side. Maybe you want to do some circles of your neck. And then we'll come back to stillness. So we're going to just lift our right leg off the floor and extend it back. So at the same time, I want to pull my belly button up into my spine and really flex through this right foot. So I'm pointing my toes down at the floor and all the muscles in my leg are switched on. So already maybe feeling this leg is working. Let's make it a little bit harder. You don't have to, we can stay here. We're going to lift our left arm off the floor and reach it forward. Keep that nice and still. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay, shake your hips from side to side. We'll do the same on the other leg. So first of all, make sure your tummy muscles are switched on by just pulling up ever so slightly through the belly button. And we're going to extend our left foot back this time. So keep the hips nice and square, don't lift up onto one side. Point the toes down at the floor so the whole muscles of the leg are switched on. And then we'll start to lift our right arm and reach forward. So we're making as much distance between our fingers and the sole of our foot as we can. Feeling our body switching on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bring that down. Well done, everyone. That was a little bit challenging. So don't worry if you found it hard. Yoga is a journey, not a destination. Okay, so we're going to sit back onto our heels and bring our forehead down to the floor. You can reach your arms out in front of you, but they can be nice and relaxed. And we're really pushing down through our hips, seeing if we can bring our hips as close to our heels as we can, and our forehead nice and flat on the floor. And this is called child's pose. It's a really lovely, lovely pose. It should feel really nice. You can even massage your forehead just by rocking from side to side. And also just a nice gentle stretch in the hips as well. Good. So we'll lift back up. So our hips are again above our knees. And this time we're going to walk our hands a bit further forward down the mat. And as we do, we're going to bring our head nice and close to the floor. Now you'll feel that this is quite a deep stretch in the shoulders, maybe the upper back. But in yoga you should know your limits, so if something doesn't feel right or feels like too much, then just back off a little bit. That's the beauty of yoga. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Every single body is different and unique and special, and we need to respect that. Fabulous. Okay, so we'll lift up and bring our hands back in. And again, make any movements that you feel you need to make. So we're going to spread our fingers nice and wide, tuck our toes under, and lift our knees off the floor. So we're coming into a pose called downward dog. So we're making like a pyramid shape with our body. Our feet and our hands are the bottom corners of the pyramid, and our hips up in the air are the top corners. And remember, if you need to take a rest at any point, come back down. You can go back into child's pose. But try as much as you can to stay in it with me. This is a great one for building full body strength and also stretching out the back of the legs, so we can bend one knee at a time. Marching those heels out. Pulling our belly in, pushing our chest towards the floor. And we'll bend our knees, come back down to the floor. And I'll give you a little moment just to have a breath, have a drink of water if you want. And then we'll come back into that downward dog. So tuck the toes under again, push in through the hands and lift up. And maybe you feel like you can lift your hips up a little bit more. You'll be feeling a stretch all the way down the back of the legs. And we're going to bend our knees and start to walk our feet in towards our hands. So we're in this forward fold position. And just shake our hips from side to side. Maybe do some yeses and some nos with our head. Shake our arms off. The knees can be bent. Big breath in. And as we breathe out, bend the knees and we'll uncurl our spine slowly, slowly, slowly. Until we're standing upright. Okay, so we're going to come into mountain pose. Mountain pose is standing upright, thumbs pointed out, shoulders back and down, and lifting up through the chest, so we're really, really nice and tall. Gripping the floor with the toes. Feeling a little bit more confident, a bit more upright. Breathing into our chest. Proud of the fact that we're giving ourselves this time to do a nice thing for our body. So squeezing the bum and keeping our chest down, breathe in and reach your hands up into the air. And as we breathe out, we're going to bring our right arm back and our left arm forward and just turn our upper body to face the long side of the mat. So my toes are still pointing forward, but I'm just getting a twist in the upper body, reaching the arms really wide. Inhale, bring the hands back up to the middle, reaching up nice and tall, and exhale, coming to the other side. Shoulders back and down. Inhale. Coming back to the middle, and exhale, we'll bring our palms to our heart. So push in through the palms, so every single inch of our fingers is connected with each other. Our shoulders are back and down. We're really, really nice and upright. And we're going to test our balance now. So bringing all our weights into our left foot. See if you can start here, lift your right foot, most of it apart from the big toe, off the floor. If that's easy, see if you can lift the foot up right off the floor so that our knee is bent and we're balancing on one foot. Now the thing with balance is some days we've got it, some days we don't. And we don't judge ourselves for not having it on any particular day. So I'm going to take that foot all the way to the back of the mat. So the heel comes to the floor and our toes are pointed at a 45-degree angle forward. And I really want you to push down through the outside of the foot. And this knee is bent. We're going to put our hands on our hips just to make sure that we're pulling our right hip forward and our left hip back. We'll pull in through the belly button and we'll bring our hands back to our heart. So this is called Warrior One pose. Stretching and strengthening our legs. Take a breath in, we can keep our hands here, or we're going to reach our hands above our head. Big breath in here, reaching with our strong arms. Good, and bringing our hands back down to our heart. Now we're going to take our right foot and step it out to the side just a couple of inches so that the toes now are pointed towards the long side of the mat. And we'll just check that we've got a nice alignment so that bottom of my heel is in line with the inside of my right foot. And we're going to put our hands on our hips just again to tuck our hips under and then bend through this left leg. So you want a nice deep bend here, and again push through the outside of the right foot. We'll keep our hands at our heart to start. Maybe legs feel like they're getting a good work. And then we'll reach our hands out to the side, palms facing down. This is Warrior Two pose. Feeling like a strong warrior. One more breath here. Big breath out. Bring our hands back to our heart. We'll look to the top of the mat and we'll step our feet together. Well done, shake that out. So I'm going to walk to the other side of the mat. You don't have to do that, I'm just doing that so that you can see the other side. So hands are back at our heart. This time we're going to bring all our weight into our right foot, and first of all lifting our left foot off the floor, maybe keeping the left big toe on. If that's easy, we can lift our knee up and make sure that we're really squeezing in through our belly. You can look at a point on the floor just to keep your balance, not judging yourself if you fall over. Feel free to laugh at yourself if you fall over as well. And then we'll step that foot all the way to the back of the mat. So let's check our alignment on this side as well. So we're pushing through the outside of the foot, our toes are pointed 45-degree angle forward, hands on the hips, pull the right hip back and the left hip forward, and we'll bend through that front knee. Pull our abs in and squeeze our bottom. We'll start with our hands at our heart. Warrior One pose. Keep pushing through the outside of the left foot. You'll feel a good stretch in the calf muscle as well. Breathe in and reach your hands up into the air. Fabulous, feeling super strong. Inhale, reach up a little bit further, strong hands, strong arms. And exhale, bring our hands back to our heart. Now we're going to step our left foot out just a couple of inches so that now our hip bones are pointing to the long side of the mat. So the inside, the bottom of the heel is in line with the inside of this foot. We'll bend deeply through this knee, push the knee out and away, and again pushing hard down through the outside of the foot. We'll start with our hands here. Squeezing our bum under. Big breath in, and then as we breathe out, reaching our hands out wide, strong arms. Feeling like a strong warrior in warrior two. Big breath in, reach a little bit further. And as we breathe out, bringing our hands to our chest, we're turning to look to the front of the mat and stepping our feet in together. Okay, giving ourselves a little shake, shaking the shoulders out. Maybe the legs feel a little bit tired after those warrior 1 and 2 poses. Okay, so we'll reach our hands up into the air. Big breath in. And then as we breathe out, we're going to bring our hands down to the floor. And we'll just step back onto our hands and knees. We'll tuck our feet round to the side and sit forward onto our bottom. So we're just going to finish with a little bit of strengthening. So yoga is excellent, full body stretching and strengthening. It is just wonderful as an exercise to take up if it's maybe your first time getting into fitness or getting into looking after your body, or just adding into your strength training if you did that. So we're going to find little squishy bits. So if I roll forward, I'm sitting properly on my sit bones. If I roll back, I'm sitting on my tailbone, and there's a little squishy bit just in the middle. And if I hug my knees in, I can take my feet off the floor and already feel that I'm using my core to balance in this position, and it should feel okay. So we're just holding on to our knees just now and really focusing on crunching our tummy in. And then if you want to challenge, we can stay here, or we can see if we can bring our hands off. So that's feeling a lot more on our tummy, on our core. And if that's feeling a little easy, see if you can lift your feet up. And we'll hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the feet down and hug your knees in again. Well done, well done, well done. Let's try that again. So finding that little squishy bit, hugging our knees in, seeing if we can take our feet off, and then reaching our hands forward. If that feels easy, see if we can extend our legs. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay, from here, we're going to roll ourselves all the way down as slowly as we can. We'll reach our hands forward, pull our belly button in, and see if we can bring every single vertebrae onto the floor. So we'll start with our lower back, bringing it all the way onto the floor, and then our middle back, and then our shoulders, and then our head. So we're almost finished our practice. We'll finish with a really lovely little spinal twist. So I'm going to keep my shoulders nice and flat on the floor. I can bring them out into a cactus shape, or I can bring them out into a T shape. And all I'm going to do from here is just roll my knees over onto one side. So just keep the knees stacked on top of each other. And enjoy that really nice, gentle spinal twist. Hello. Right, back in your bed. Let's bring our knees back to the middle. And we'll do the same on the other side. So just gently bringing the knees over and feeling that lovely spinal twist. And again, any sort of twisting like this is really good if you've got any bloating or discomfort in your stomach. And this will be really, really good for you. Maybe not so good for the people that you live with. Good, bring the knees back to the middle. And just one last time, giving the knees a little hug into our chest, rolling our lower back from side to side. And then we'll come to a lying down position where we'll finish our yoga practice. So yoga practice traditionally finishes with, it's called Shavasana. Shavasana translates as corpse pose, and it's a chance for you to be still and recover and rebound from the yoga practice that you've just done. It's really lovely and actually most people's favourite part of yoga. It can be quite difficult the first time you do it to just close your mind off and be still and be calm. So it's up to you how long you decide to stay here. But we'll all take a couple of minutes. So we'll take our shoulders back and down, our palms facing up. Make sure that our feet are nice and relaxed. You can put a blanket over you, get a cushion for underneath your head. And focusing on the points of contact with your body and the floor, just feeling that tension. Relaxing downwards, breathing in, breathing out. Letting your body be completely heavy and relaxed. Starting to bring your awareness back to your body, moving your fingers and toes. Then maybe moving your wrists and ankles. Maybe moving your head from side to side. And then reaching your arms over your head, having a full body stretch. Taking a little moment to feel gratitude towards yourself, towards your body for allowing you to take part in this practice today, for all the amazing things it does for you every day without you even asking it. And also well done for giving yourself the time today to do this kind act for your body. Take a deep breath in through your nose and sigh out your mouth. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Namaste. Namaste means the divine in me sees the divine in you, and it's how we end our yoga practice. Thank you so much for taking part. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll be posting videos every week for the next few weeks. Thank you, bye bye.